There are certain models of powered wheelchairs that are apparently not protected, Bluetooth connectable to the point where you could connect to it with your phone and start driving the person around and they can't do anything.
I did not expect us to have a flock camera theme this recording session, but excellent.
We can, really think about cybersecurity as a whole in this, right? So the next article that I had was, did you know that you can actually track cars by their tire inflators? I was not aware of that. That was something that just came out earlier this week.
Because they're radio sensors.
Yeah. And apparently they are hackable. I would not have thought of trying to hack the tire sensors, but apparently you can, and you can get real-time data on location.
But they got to be close to something you can pick up, though.
Right.
Yeah, but I gotta say it's not very different.
Because I think they'd be Bluetooth. Like, this kid gives you like 30 feet of range, but I mean, it's only going to transmit like 2 feet. But
I have a bad feeling that that's not the hacking in that they're doing. I'm fairly confident that what you might be doing is like using that as a vector into the secure part of the car where you could affect like the unlocking mechanism for the vehicle. I have a bad feeling that might be a tunnel from one place to another.
Yeah. So that wasn't what was discussed. What was discussed was location data
Okay.
in this particular paper. But that was one of the things that I was thinking about was, well, that's an entry point. It's kind of like, the last time, what was it, the Bellagio that got hacked and they went in through an aquarium.
Was that George Clooney?
Right. Yeah, exactly. I think there was a movie similar to that.
Yeah. Documentary.
Yeah. Almost. But yeah, it was. They hacked it through an aquarium. That's what I was thinking was, okay, this is the weak spot, and they just using that to get to everything else. But that was a fascinating story that like literally this week.
You have to elaborate now. You have to be very curious. What was the aquarium story now?
Well, somebody hacked it. This was several years ago. This was a case study, actually, that we did during my cybersecurity course, one of the cybersecurity courses.
UPenn?
What's that?
You talking about the University of Pennsylvania one?
No, this is the
Bellagio.
Hotel
Gambling.
and casino.
Gambling.
They actually went in through an aquarium. They found out that the aquariums were on the Wi-Fi, and they used that as their entry point to be able to get into what was supposed to be the secured network for the hotel and did a rather sizable theft of information.
So
I have to say, remember the Louvre story that we had?
Right.
What was the password again there, Gene?
Louvre.
Louvre.
Yeah.
So when I was first having my cybersecurity meet here on campus, so I was first having that meeting, I mentioned hacking problems, entry points, and started talking through it, and they were like, look, anybody can come up with some preposterous, wild scheme where their stuff is relevant and all that, and so I had a list on my second monitor of the latest 25 university hacks in the United States, who did them and how they got in, and so I just shared my screen, and it was like, here's one where they got in through the aquarium thermostat, tied to the BAS wirelessly. Here's one where they got in through...
Why would the aquarium be tied to the building access?
Building automation system. Not building access, building automation,
okay.
So that it could regulate
Okay.
temperature. Another one got, I think that was Penn State. I'd have to Google it again, but I think Ohio was through a wireless parking meter.
Excellent.
Like they would get in and then try and move around and move laterally. And so I was like, I don't have to make it up. Here's a list. Who did it, what they were after. I'm just trying to not be the next guy in the news, man. Help me out.
That was always one of my concerns with the simulators that we use for training. When we carry them into the hospital, is I've done everything I can to make sure that ours are air gapped. I just didn't want them on any network because I don't know who may be trying to get into that device while we're there. And it amazes me how many places I go to teach courses where the passwords are still a factory default.
Yeah.
And so,
when I teach a security lecture, the first thing I tell them is, please go change the default
Cuckoo's egg.
Yeah. So, because a lot of them is just admin.
Right.
I get size warnings, and I think that might be bad because one of the ones I saw was there are certain models of powered wheelchairs that are apparently not protected, Bluetooth connectable to the point where you could connect to it with your phone and start driving the person around and they can't do anything. And I read that one and I'm like, I don't want to know that.
There are some things we are not meant to know. in that specific thing right there.
Well, medical devices as a whole are a risk. Like there was several years ago, pacemakers were
Yeah.
something that you could hack, and a lot of work has been done and continues to be done on trying to shut down those hacks. But yeah, I'm always amazed at different ways that people are able to gain access to systems. I never would have thought of the building infrastructure at all, like what you see every day as a potential entry point. But it's a strong.
So it's one of the things that I've talked about, because my problem is like I have to access my servers, my equipment, right? So that puts them in a certain network, certain protections. But then when I realize IT has to support them on the back end, and they don't want to have to go from group to group, so they add them all to a group like,
Yeah.
you know, like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and it's like, so if you get in, and you
You
get
get
into
to
that
travel a
group,
lot.
now you can go everywhere, because they're just trying to make it so they don't have to keep entering credentials.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing at
And
all.
yeah,